Okay, hopefully you've worked out these problems on your own by now, and I am going to go through how I work them out to get the final answer. If you haven't worked on them yet, pause the video. Okay, so let's look at number one. We're solving for the variable t. It's on both sides of the equal to sign. We need the t's on one side of the equal to sign. So I am going to choose to bring the t's from the right to the left. This is a minus 1t, so I'm going to have to break it off by adding 1t, not just to the right, but also to the left side of the equal to sign. So when I do that, I end up with 3t minus 6 equals 3. And now this is equation I'm used to seeing. I know how to solve this type of equation. The t's are on one side. I have to move everything that's on the left that doesn't have a t over to the right. So that minus 6 has got to go. So how do you break off a minus 6? Good. You're going to add 6 to both sides. We know that. And when I do that, what remains on the left is 3t, because minus 6 and plus 6 cancel. So I have 3t equals 3. Wonderful. So all the t's are on one side. Everything that doesn't have a t, it's on the other. But the t's not by itself, is it? Now is the very last step to break off the 3 that's sitting immediately in front of the t. And what operation is keeping that 3 and that t together? Multiplication. So how do you break multiplication? Division. So divide the left side and the right side of the equal to sign by 3, which gives me t equals 1. Excellent. Multiplication and division are usually the very last step of getting the variable by itself. Usually. If there is only a 1 in front of it, I don't have to do any multiplication or division, right? Okay, let's look at problem number 2. So, my x's, again, one's on the left side, one's on the right side of the equal to sign. I need them both on the same side. Which side do you want to bring them on? The left, got it, which means this minus x. Yep, you have to add x just to the right side, also to the left side, and obviously I'm going to line it up under the other x because that makes sense since I'm going to combine them. So starting from left to right, I have 3, and now here becomes, right, you're adding 9x now, equals 21. Good? And again, this is an equation we're used to seeing. And now that the x's are on one side, yeah, I've got to get rid of that 3. Agreed? Because it doesn't have an x. So remember, there's an imaginary positive in front of the 3. So to break off a positive 3, you're going to use a negative 3. Just on the left side and the right side as well. So what's your next line look like? Good. Mine looks the same. 9x equals 18. Done? Right, not done. Because there's 9 has got to go. Attach by multiplication. Yep. Divide both sides by 9. And we get x equals 2. Well done. Okay, last one. You think about it. Which side do you want the m's on? The left side or the right side? Show of hands? Okay. I'm going to opt to put the m's on the right side in this case. And some of you are like, why? We've always put them on the left. Well, here's what my brain is thinking. Do you agree you're going to have to add 12m to both sides? Or you're going to have to add 3m to both sides? I like to keep the variable positive in front of the let me rephrase that. I like to keep the number in front of the variable positive. So me personally, I'm going to choose to add the 12m to both sides because it'll keep it a positive m versus a negative. It doesn't make a difference. You got to go with what works for you. So if I add 12m to both sides, and by the way, we are going to get the same answer, so no worries there. On the left side, yeah, this minus 12m, this positive 12m cancels, so I have 6 equals, that's right, Now it's a positive 9m. I don't have to deal with an extra negative. Okay, correct. You're going to have to subtract the 3 from the right to the left. And the next line, good. 3 equals 9m. Stay focused. What are you solving for? You're solving for m, which means to get this m by itself, you're going to have to divide by 9. Divide by 9. Us visual people, we better do this last step, especially on this problem. We literally need to write divided by 9, especially on this last problem. Because check it out. On the left side, I have 3 over 9 equals m. I have a fraction. The brain likes to turn things around, so we have to be really cautious, which is why my suggestion is to literally write this line that you're dividing by 9. And you know as well as I do, 3 over 9 reduces to 1/3. So 1/3 is equal to m. Good? Lovely. Hang in there. I've got 3 more examples for you. Okay, I'm back with those last 3 problems. So hopefully you've worked on them. Let's take a look at number 4. What do you want to do? Good. You want to put the ends on one side. I'm in agreement. Which side do you want to move them to? Yeah, let's move them to the left, because when I do that, the value in front of n will remain positive. Agreed? Okay, so in this case, this is a negative 4n, so we need to use a positive 4n to break it off the right side and move it to the left. And again, lining them up underneath what we're going to combine them with is always the best move. So from left to right, yep, 14 gets written first, and now you have a minus 2n, and now you have a positive 4n. Good, positive 2n equals, yeah, these guys cancel, which leaves me that 7. And the 7 is positive, so as you know, you don't have to write the plus sign in front of it. Okay? All right. Okay, so here is a linear equation that you have solved many of times in the past. What do you want to do? Good. Since this is a positive, you're going to do a negative 14 on the left side and on the right side. So what's your next line look like? Mine too. 2n equals negative 7. Are we done? Agreed. We are not. We need to get the 2 out from in front of the n. So what do we have to do? Excellent. Divide. Remember what I said before? Multiplication and division are usually the last step in actually solving. So divide both sides by 2. And hey, you have a fractional answer. So be it. And it's a negative answer. So be it. You are sophisticated. Now remember, unless it's asked for, you don't turn it into a mixed number and you don't turn it into a decimal. You leave it as a fraction. Got it? Cool. Let's look at number 5. Tell me what you want to do. Good. You want to move the 2y to the other side? I'll go for that. So this is good in the fact that you're being ambidextrous, shall I say. You're allowing your brain to not care which side the variable goes on, because that actually makes your learning more pliable, so to speak. Your brain won't care if it's not on the left side all the time. If it's on the right side, it will still know how to do the work, which is extremely important in math. Got it? Okay. So, yep, 36, because these drop out, equals 6 plus 4y. Loving it. All right, now what? Okay, we're going to subtract the 6 on both sides. Or use the negative 6, right? Because that's a positive 6. So, 30. These drop. 4y. Are we done? Nope. Got to get the y by itself. So, break off the 4 by dividing. You guys are doing great. I'm loving it. Well done. So, we have a fraction. 30 over 4 equals y. Reduce, and I've mentioned this in previous videos, those of us who are extremely visual, sometimes it's really good to write what we're dividing the numerator and denominator by. Yes, and in this case, you're dividing by 2. Some of you don't need to do that. Some of you, it's actually a wise move to do it so you can see it better. So what do you end up with? 15 over 2 equals y. Loving it. How you guys doing? Good? Okay, one more. Let's see what you got. Talk to me. Ah, excellent. You are, since it's positive, you're going to do a negative 7a to both sides. Because that's a positive there. Just making sure we have our little signs right. These guys drop. So on the left side is a negative 26. On the right side, 6a plus 2. Good, good. Now, excellent. You guys have got this. You're getting the hang of it very well. Yay! On the left, negative 28 equals 6a. Are we done? Nope. Divide by 6. Remember, it's important for us visual people to literally write this. I just can't stress it enough. Okay, so now what? Yeah, we have a fraction. We have negative 28 over 6 equals y. Can it be reduced? Because you always reduce a fraction, whether they tell you to or not, as we have seen. Sometimes it reduces, like it has in this case, and sometimes it doesn't. Okay, I hear you. You're going to try dividing by 2 to get started. And that's great. If it reduces again after this, so be it. And if it doesn't, good. Negative 14 over 3 equals y. Wonderful. You guys are sophisticated. You've gotten fractional answers. Okay, hopefully this makes sense to you. Hopefully you had fun with it. I'll catch you on the flip side.